Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Vanessa. Today what we're going to be doing is going through my foundation collection. I have 17 foundations. Many of them I have two shades of, one for winter, one for summer. I'll be doing a little mini review, nothing in too much depth, just kind of talking a little bit about each of them, letting you know what shades I have and my thoughts. So if you're interested in seeing what foundations I have in my collection, just keep watching. Okay, so these are going to be in no particular order, just whatever ones are closest to me that I grab. The first one that we have here, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I have two shades of it. They look pretty similar, but if you have any familiarity with this product, you know that it does dry down a little bit darker. It doesn't quite oxidize. That's not the word I would use to describe it, because it's not something that happens throughout the day. It is really once it dries down after you've just applied it, that is its true color. So I have two shades. This one is in the shade 260 and this one is in the shade 230. This is my shade from, I believe when it launched, I still had a little bit of my summer tan. So that was the shade that I was at the time. I think if I were to purchase it again this year, where my skin is a lot darker right now, this would probably be too light for me. But 230 I still believe will be a good winter shade for me. I have skin that leans a little bit more towards the dry side, so this is not the ideal foundation for my skin type, but it is one that I wanted to support because I believe that with your money you are voting and saying what matters to you, and I really do support the inclusion of this line. I think it is an inspired brand. I have a lot of other products from the brand and it's a brand I really love. So even though this is not the foundation that is easiest for me to use for my particular skin, it is one that I still use because I'm proud to support it and I want to go through them so I can buy them again and keep voting with my money. So basically what I do, because my skin is drier, I do use a facial oil under this. I also have a moisturizer that is incredibly moisturizing, that I would not typically use with a foundation, but with this one it just makes it sit a lot better on my skin, so it doesn't show any dry patches. This, like I said, this is not something I would recommend to everybody. I have watched many reviews on this, so I know that no matter what you do, this is not going to work for everybody, like anything. But it does work for me when I do those extra steps. Alright, so next we have the Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth versions. I am a cruelty-free YouTuber. I do not purchase any longer any products that test on animals. I have been cruelty-free for about 1.5 years. However, these have stuck around. Both of them are pretty close to empty, and once I go through them I will not be repurchasing them. It is a great formula, so if Maybelline ever decides to go cruelty free, I will be purchasing these again. My summer shade, the shade I would be right now, is shade 310. That's in Sun Beige, and then in the winter I am in the shade Natural Beige, which is shade 220. Next we have from Wet n Wild. This is another drugstore cruelty-free brand. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundations. I do also have two shades of this. My summer shade is, let's see, I believe it is, yeah. My summer shade is Desert Beige, and my winter shade is, I think this is Golden Beige. Sorry, Golden Beige. So I actually really like this formula. It's very watery, very liquidy, but for a lighter makeup day, I really do like it. It's not, I don't know that I will repurchase these after I go through them, or maybe not two of them. It may not be something I feel like I need to have year round, but I may figure out whether I prefer it more in the winter, more in the summer. But yeah, but it is a very good product in my opinion. Next we have the Urban Decay All Nighter foundations. These are what I'm wearing today. I am wearing my summer shade today, which is in 6.0. My winter shade is in 4.0. I have gone through quite a bit of these. You can see that it kind of rises up after you've used it. So this is the foundation I'm wearing today. It's very full coverage. I absolutely love it. I've been able to wear it like all day to a concert. I mean, like, you know, 8 a.m. till like 9 p.m. This is one of my favorites. Love this foundation. And the Urban Decay obviously is also another cruelty-free brand, but it is high-end, and I will have the prices of these here on the screen. So next up, we have a Becca foundation. This is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. I do only have one shade of this right now because I did just purchase this summer, and it was not a perfect match for me. It's a little too yellow for me, but with, you know, bronzer, with all the other products I wear over it, I don't really notice any difference than what you see on my face right now. So it's not a perfect match, but none of my foundations are a true perfect match in my opinion because my skin tone changes so much. But this one is in the shade Driftwood. It is, like I said, it does have a yellow undertone. I have a yellow undertone. I really do like it. It's extremely full coverage. If you don't like full coverage, this is definitely not going to be for you. It's not one of the buildable ones. In my opinion, it goes on full coverage, which is a look I like a lot, but I can feel like compared to the Urban Decay All Nighter, I do feel like this one may get a tiny bit cakier. Like I wouldn't necessarily, I could wear this all day. It really would stay on, but I prefer the feeling of the Urban Decay one more because I feel like it's a lot more lightweight. Next up, we have my favorite foundations. These are the Too Faced Born This Way foundations. I have repurchased these multiple times, and I will continue to do so. I have my winter shade and my summer shade in these. My summer shade is in warm beige, and my winter shade is in light beige. I absolutely love this. I know Too Faced can be a controversial brand, but honestly, who isn't these days? So I really appreciated them collaborating with Jackie Aina. Jackie Aina is one of my absolute favorite YouTubers. I could watch her, like she could talk about literally anything and I would watch it happily. She is one of my favorites, and she is unabashedly outspoken about what matters. And I promise you that before it was trendy to, and when I say trendy, I mean before companies realized it was losing the money to exclude skin tones, she was still talking about it. She was talking about it before it was popular, and she will continue to talk about it because whenever it's not trendy anymore, that means it's not trendy to the people who have the power. This will continue to be an issue if brands do not realize that everybody with money who likes to wear makeup wants and deserves to have their own skin tone. So the collaboration that they did with Jackie Aina, I am so proud of. I love supporting this. It makes me support this even more because I know that more people can get their hands on this product that I think is really great. All right, so next up we have the only light coverage foundation that I own. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Foundation. It is a light coverage. They market it as a hybrid complexion perfector. It does have SPF 20 in it. Typically, if I'm wearing makeup, I want something more full coverage or at least medium coverage. I don't feel the need to wear makeup every day, and I certainly don't feel the need to wear foundation every day. So this is not something that I've gone through. And as you'll see on the screen, the price of it is a little pricey, especially for not having a lot of coverage. I did buy it because my favorite YouTuber, Samantha March, did recommend it, and she's a very active person. So if she can recommend it, then I definitely at least wanted to try it. I don't know that it is perfect for me for what I use foundation for, but I have actually, depending on my skin, sometimes my skin has more redness to it, and then I don't think it looks very good with this. But on the days that my skin is pretty normal in terms of tone and it's pretty even, I actually think this looks really good. And so I do use it, but I'm not sold on repurchasing it just yet. All right, next up we have the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundations. I have two of these, but they are not in my summer and winter shades. I have two because I purchased them at Ulta where the lighting was not perfect, so I wanted to make sure I had a good undertone. I have the shades F11 and F12. My skin got super tan this summer. I was wearing a lot of sunscreen, but I just was outside a lot. So my skin got super, super tan. F12 was a perfect match for me this summer, but I don't know if that will happen again in the future. F11 also works. It just has a little bit, I don't know if it's a neutral or more pink undertone, but F12 has a lot more gold undertone, which is more my speed. So I can wear either of them. I can make either of them work. And since they're only $9, I didn't feel like it was a waste to buy two that work for me. And I mean, they're a stick foundation, so I can go through them pretty quickly. I have used a lot of it. This is actually the second one I've purchased, but that was because my younger sister-in-law broke the first one I purchased, so I did need to go out and get it right away. But these are really good. This is my everyday foundation. If I don't want a full beat look, I will go to this one. It's the only foundation I apply with a brush. It is just super easy to do. It just takes so much less time. So if I need, like, if I'm up late for work and I need to leave in 15 minutes, but I still feel like I have to wear makeup that day, this is what I'm grabbing for, because this will get me out the door and still looking great. So the last two foundations I have, I only have in, I believe, my summer shades. One might be my winter, one might be my summer. But these are ones that I'm still testing out to see what I think of them. First impressions are good. I've worn them probably 2 or 3 times each, but I want to kind of incorporate them more regularly to see how they stand up in different kinds of weather, different kinds of days that I have, length of time, that sort of thing. So still testing these ones out, but things are so far so good. This is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. This is in the shade Natural Beige. I believe that I did get this at the beginning of the summer, but then I got so dark that it was just way too light on me. So that's why I've really not started wearing it too much now. I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and buy another one that's my summer shade, since obviously in the next month or two, my shade will probably go to this. So I might hold off on buying another one and maybe just try it when I'm at home, and it doesn't matter that it's obviously too late for me. So, but so far the formula I really, really like, and I love Flower Beauty as a brand, so I was really excited to pick this one up. And last but not least, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer, which is a mouthful, but this is in the shade Light Beige. It's not very light that I remember. Let me swatch it here. Oh, actually, you know what? I spoke too soon. I think this shade is way too light on me. Yeah, this was my shade last winter. I get very fair in the winter. But this, I think this is one, because it's so full coverage, and I really like this foundation. I mean, I strongly recommend this one based on the experience I had with it last winter, but like I said, I did not try it in the summer because I did not have the correct shade. So I can't say for sure if this is something I want year round or if this is something I just prefer in the winter. But as of right now, I do like this. I just kind of want to try it out some more in different temperatures, that sort of thing, before I give my final review. Okay guys, so actually I realized that I only gave you 16 and I told you I have 17. I do have 17. This one I did not intend to show you because I just have not thrown it away yet, but this was the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. It was in the hydrating formula. I had already purchased it from the website before I saw those photos, and it already charged my card, so I let it get shipped to me. I tried it out, but I mean, I don't really want to support it. So I wasn't going to show you, but I told you I had 17 and I didn't want to leave it out since I had mentioned I had 17, but I would not recommend this. I don't think that this is what I want to give my money and my vote towards. So this is going to be going in the trash after this video instead of sitting in my drawer like it has been for months. So, all right. And after that, that's going to do it for this foundation collection. Thank you guys for watching. I'd love to hear what your favorite foundation is below in the comments. Like if you did, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more from my channel. Again, my name is Vanessa. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.